Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. This is our group member. First, Naharzimah binti Abdul Alim, ID student 2023288759. Second, Nur Nadirah binti Muhammad, ID student 2023514191. Third, Fazilatul Shahada binti Muhammad Azli, ID student 20231763667. Fourth, Putri Maisara Soleha binti Saari, ID student 202353 5767. And the last one, Umi Farhana binti Imran, a student 2023136629.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Fazilatul Shuhada binti Muhammad Azli. My matric number is 2023-176367. So, my group has chosen Sifu Ventures as a group project assignment. The content that we will discuss for this assignment is business background, business characteristic, classification of the business items, recording process of the business, and the strength and the weakness of the recording process. The background of the business Sifu Ventures. Sifu Ventures business is a sole proprietorship owned by one person, which is Imran bin Abbas. This business is registered with the Companies Commission of Malaysia (SSM). This business also is located in Kapar, Selangor. For the owner's capital, the owner's capital is 30,000 that provide from cash at the bank. For the business activities, this business carries out catering and canteens activities such as food and beverage.
Hi, my name is Nur Nadia Muhammad. Today I will present business characteristic in seafood venture business. Okay, first, the type of business for seafood venture is sole proprietorship. Okay, a sole proprietorship is a business that can be owned and controlled by an individual. Business wholly owned by a single individual using the personal name as per her or his identity card or trade name. Okay, the legal status of a sole proprietorship can be defined as not a separate legal entity from the business owner. Okay, now we go through to business characteristic for seafood venture business. First, for ownership. Seafood venture is owned by one person. The owner is Mr. Imran bin Abbas. Okay. So second, for capital. Capital for seafood venture was contributed by the owner. Mr. Imran was invest using his own money to start the business around 30,000 ringgit. Third, registration. Okay, the seafood venture registered under SSM on 13 September 2022. SSM is stand for Suruhanjaya Syarikat Malaysia. Next, for liability. Seafood venture is an unlimited liability category. Okay, but for now, seafood venture don't have any liability because for all they buy for the business needed, they will be paid by cash on the spot. Okay, next, for management and control part. For seafood venture, has been managed and controlled by the owner, which is Mr. Imran. Mr. Imran has managed and controlled everything related to business by herself and also get assisted by the employees. Okay, now Seafood Venture have 5 employees. Net for profit and loss part. Okay, for profit and loss owned by the owner. For Seafood Venture, after regain the capital and profit, Seafood Venture will be keep the profit as a saving, so the capital will use for the business. Okay, for the lastly is book and account part. Okay, for Seafood Venture, they not keep the book and prepare any account. In sole proprietorship characteristic, book and account is no legal obligation to keep and prepare the book and accounts. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Maisara. My part is classification of business item. There are 5 elements of accounting. that always used in business, that is asset, expenses, liability, on equity, and revenue. Sifu Venture currently using these 5 elements of accounting in managing their business as it able to track its income or loss and provide user or customer with their financial information that show financial condition of his business at specific period. Asset that were used by Sifu Venture to conduct a business is current asset, that is cash in bank, non-current asset including car, van, refrigerator, fan, cooking utensil, and catering equipment. For liability, Sifu Venture doesn't have any debt because all the transaction or purchase is by cash. As for on equity, Sifu Venture start his business with RM30,000 cash in bank. Expenses incurred for Sifu Venture is paying utility bills, paying rent RM1,200, employee salaries 6,000 monthly, and transportation costs per week. As for revenue, Sifu Venture gain profit about RM8,000 monthly. So for yearly, it gain about 100,000.
Hi, I'm Nur Hazima binti Abdul Alim. Number matrix 20233888759. So my part, I'm going to explain about the recording process of the business. So the recording of the transaction in accounting is the process of capturing financial data relating to business activities and operation in a systematic and structured manner. As you can see, we have 5 elements of accounting cycles, which means source document, journal, ledger, trial balance, and financial statement. So the first 4 steps in the accounting cycles are identify and analyze transaction, record transaction to a journal, number 2, and number 3, post journal information to a ledger, and number 4, prepare an adjusted trial balance. And we begin by entering the step in the related documentation, which means it ends. So we are going to the next part, which means the transaction. 5.1 transaction. The first step in the accounting cycle is identifying this transaction. Throughout the accounting cycle, every business will mainly have transaction, but each of the transaction needs to be properly recorded in the books of the business. And Sifu Venture's business transaction mostly in a cash transaction. Hence, Sifu Ventures also have a using the transaction, which means modern method payment. The existence of the cashless payment nowadays, such as QR pay and card payment, invoices, online bank statement, and printed receipts will be needed for the business recording process. But Sifu Ventures rarely or not always use it, only cash, mostly in cash transaction. So we are going to the next part, 5.2 source documents. Source documents are the physical basis upon which business transactions are recorded. Source documents are typically retained for use as evidence when auditors later review a company's financial statement and need to verify the transactions have in fact occurred. So, in the document transaction business, Sifu Ventures only have a receipt book and invoice for these business documents. In the early days of the business until now, only recorded the invoices and receipt of sold and purchased goods. They usually contains the following information, which is a description of a business transaction, the date of the transaction, a specific amount of money, and authorizing signature. Is the 4 elements important in a source documents. As we can see, source document of Sifu Ventures have a few image can be seen in the slide. The invoice from supplier, the cash receipt to customer of the purchase some goods or order taken. Now I'm going to explain about the ledger, journal and trial balance in a C4 ventures. But before that, I want to explain a little bit about the meaning ledger, a book in which all the company's financial transactions are recorded, particularly the recording of any daily debits and credits, which mean double entry systems. And journal, a journal is a place of record in which business transactions are recorded in a chronological order. A firm may use several specialized journals such as purchase journals or sales journals to separately record transactions in the more high volume areas. And the last is trial balance. A trial balance is a bookkeeping worksheet in which the balance of all ledgers are compiled into debit and credit account column totals that are equal. Unfortunately, Sifu Ventures don't have this of recording accounting cycles, which means Puan Nur Zaihan, owner Sifu Ventures, has never used double entry bookkeeping from the beginning of his business, according to interview with her. The journal entry in Sifu Ventures also recorded cash, receipt and payment in the basic single entry method. Is it clear that Sifu Ventures does not use the cycle accounting system for its business and the business does not have a financial statement for the end of the year? So we'll move to 6.0, the strengths and weakness Sifu Ventures recording process. Strength number 1, easy operating efficiency, which means cash accounting tends to be easier to understand than other accounting methods. Recording is straightforward as income and expenses are recorded as a receipt without having allocated amounts over long periods. But the weakness, less secure. Cash is less secure than a credit card. Unlike credit cards, if you lose physically money or have it stolen, there's no way to recover your losses. Of course, if Sifu Ventures have a recording system, the recordings accounting cycle, the recording of current asset in statement of financial position will has accurate if there is no data storage backup about a payment transaction. Strength number 2 is make it easier to follow a budget. Cash can help you to stick to a budget plan. If you resolve to spend a fixed amount per week, it may be easier to stay within your limit by withdrawing the amount in cash and only paying with it. The weakness, inaccurate calculation. Using paper money needs to be carefully calculated, otherwise a small amount can affect the actual result of the business. Hence, choose to pay online is easy because we automatically correct how much you paid. Okay, the last of strength is number 3, free from liability. The use of cash can be reduction in the level of customer debt and can have an immediate impact of profits. Make it easier for owners to issue a financial statement because there is no obligation to provide an allowance for the full debts. And the weakness, overspending if not controlled. If a cash not properly controlled, its use will definitely be affected in saving capital. The effect is that owner will make a loan and will increase the liability. And if Sifu Ventures does the accounting process correctly, it is certain that he will be able to see the profit and loss statement within a year. Thank you very much. That's only part of me.
For the conclusion, in a word, accounting is one of very important process to track the flow and growth of business. It helps the owner to track income and expenditures. It also helps with ensure statutory compliance that needed for business goal setting. Accounting also provides quantitative information of financial nature for investors, management, and government, which can be used in making business and economic decisions. It is very necessary for any enterprise, any business to provide proper accounting to ensure that the daily transaction activities conducted smoothly and help for the future growth. Last but not least, the owner of Seafood Ventures recommended uh, to provide a proper accounting system and thoroughly apply it in their style to manage their business. I'm very sure a great accounting system absolutely will ensure this business to have magnificent management and finance system. This will establish the future of this business and make sure Civil Venture will be in a great shape for a long period of time. Thank you.